What is going on, peeps? Since I make the NESARA GESARA videos and I talk a lot about, showing you videos, different things of alternative types of medicine, it dawned on me that, new medicine and new technology has already been out there. It's already being released. You just have to know where to go look. And so as time goes on and technology becomes more advanced and we have more access to the truth before they start erasing it and centering it like they're doing now. This is your chance to really learn some things that might benefit your life. So just so you know, people have recommended other YouTube channels to me, which I like that. But also the stuff I usually bring to you, I would say 99.9% of the time, is stuff that I have personally done myself and can testify. I won't just go say, hey, try dance with avocados in your pants for 5 days or drop 7 pounds real easy, unless I actually stuck avocados in my pants and danced for 5 days. Of course, I'm just making that up. All right, let's touch on a couple of areas that I think a lot of you would really benefit from. I am doing myself and have done myself. Before we get going, we have Pimpy's investment chat. This is only for investment things only, okay? I invite you guys to come join us. I want to introduce you to this. People call it a fad, and there's been fads throughout all of our time. You have all these like Atkins diets and all this other stuff. And I didn't put a lot of credence into it. People always do these new crazes, but especially when Hollywood gets involved, then it's really a turn off to me. But I came back to this guy several times. His name is Anthony Williams. And he's teaching people about we have the items that we need right in front of us that can heal us of a lot of different things. And here he's going to talk about the celery juice. Now, I've been doing the celery juice, but if I'm being honest, I'm not doing it quite the way he's asking me to. He wants you to wake up in the morning, drink on an empty stomach. You'll hear him give you instructions, the juice, and then wait 2 hours before you eat something. Well, I don't usually eat breakfast, so that's not hard. But the one thing that I'm having trouble getting rid of course, is I'm a coffee drinker. So as soon as I wake up in the morning, I feel like I can't function without my coffee. As soon as I drink the celery drink, you can feel almost right away your entire body change. You feel this, it feels really good. It feels healthy. It feels like you just done something really, really healthy to your body. The other thing is I've not consistently done it every day. It's supposed to be a 30-day program. So I'm starting all over again and I'm trying this, okay? I want to encourage you guys to at least listen to this and give it a consideration because, man, I've had some really, it makes me feel really good throughout the day. It really does. I feel a lot more energetic and healthy. I don't know how to explain it. But let's hear what they have to say.
You can heal, and you didn't do anything wrong, and you didn't create your illness, you didn't create your sickness, and your body's not faulty. It's not attacking itself, and you are a good person, and you can heal, and you will heal, and I believe in you, and you got my support 100%, and just know that and never forget it.
There's a lot of people who just trying the simplest things in the world can make a world of difference in their health, and in most cases actually cure them.
I've seen celery juice take people out of so many different problems and have tried so many different supplements. I mean, thousands and thousands of dollars in supplements and doctor's appointments and have been through all the different, tried healers, tried doctors, tried programs, and they brought celery juice in and it took them to the next level. Nothing else did. Well, first of all, I want to say you have to do celery juice daily. It has to be daily. You have to bring it into your life. People who know it saved their lives don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
They don't want it out of there. They don't want it gone. You drink it long enough, you drink enough of it, it helps to destroy pathogens. And then it helps to restore neurotransmitters. It actually helps to get toxic heavy metals out of your system easier.
Toxic metals, by the way, are the biggest cause of Alzheimer's disease, dementia, a loss of memory.
To do that, you have to make sure you have an empty stomach, so you flush down that celery juice. try to drink it away from food by a good 2 hours.
Okay.
If it's some heavy food in some way, 2 hours you want to wait. If it's not that heavy of food and it's just some snacks like some fruit or something like that, then you can do it an hour later. But you want it to run down the duodenum, get through the intestinal tract, and go up the hepatic portal highway, your veins to your liver. You want to start breaking down those viruses, loosening up those toxic heavy metals, and really getting the best out of it. And you don't want to put anything in. Here's another do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
You don't want to put water in your celery juice. You don't want to put lemon juice in there. These are mistakes made because water dilutes the sodium cluster salts, the very thing we're talking about that actually helps strip down pathogens and break them down and gives you the electrolytes you need. Don't mix anything in it. Don't mix apple cider vinegar in it. Don't mix collagen in it. Don't mix other fruit in it. You can, but it's just, you're going to make it less effective.
Do we need to use organic celery?
No, you don't. You don't. I mean, I prefer organic celery. I mean, who wouldn't? But it may not be something people can get where they are. And they may be able to just only get conventional. And I completely understand that. The benefits of conventional celery outweigh any negatives of it being conventional. But absolutely, I want you to get organic if you can.
Thank you. Do we need to drink it right away?
It's best. If you need it in your fridge for a day, that's okay. If you need it in your fridge for a day and then you drink it at the end of the day, if that's the only way you can do it, or if you need to juice it the night before and it's there for the morning, but 24 hours, try to drink it within 24 hours.
How about celery leaves? Do or do not?
So you can trim some of those off. If it's really, really bushy and it's just all leaves, you can trim some of those down and try to, the medicine is mostly in the stalks, right down to the core.
Do we want to drink 16 ounces? Is 32 good? Is 64 good? How much do we really want?
32 ounces I like when you're dealing with issues. When you're dealing with, if you're trying to maintain your health, 16 ounces is amazing. Do it every day. If you got a problem that's impeding your life, try to get to 32. If you can't, stay with 16. It's still going to help, and it's still going to be life-changing, and it's still going to get you there. It's just, I like doing more. Maybe 20 ounces, 22, 24 ounces, maybe 32 ounces if you're really dealing with stuff.
Do we need to use a juicer or can we use a blender?
I use a juicer, but if you need to do it with a blender, I support you 100% and want you to continue. See, if the blender is the way you do it, please do it. Get your blender out, run your celery through there, and strain it through a cheesecloth. I just want to make sure people are doing it the right way. Strain it through a cheese or nut cloth or a nut bag or something, and strain it. And don't add water. So that's what you're going to do. If anybody's doing a blender, continue to do it.
I'm going to do your 30-day celery juice cleanse. So I'm going to wake up, drink some water with some lemon, wait 30 minutes, drink my 32. I'm going to go with at least that 32 ounces of celery juice. I'm an athlete. I might even go for the 64 ounces. Then
So just real quick, the 30-day challenge is this. In the morning, when you wake up, get water and put fresh lemon juice in there. Squeeze, what I call a wedge or what have you, or just go ahead and squeeze some in there. What that does is it creates a type of acid. So when you drink, it goes through your body. Not only helps detoxing, but it burns fat. Yeah, you can lose weight if you do this right. And then you wait a half hour later to have this celery drink. Now, if I may recommend, you get a juicer. Now, they're not cheap. I mean, we got one, they're a couple $100, but get a juicer. They're much better and easier. And what I like about the juicer is not only does it push out the juice for you, but it creates this type of stock. The celery, once it gets grated, it goes into this little container that will hold the celery, and you can dump it out if you want to. I wouldn't. I would keep it fresh in a container and try to find a way to recycle it later on. What it goes good with is it makes a really nice soup stock. So, if you're planning on it, you could freeze it. That's a good thing too. So if you got a bunch of it, you could freeze it, because trust me, after you start wielding through tons of celeries, and seriously, you could go through one person for 116 ounce, you're going to need a whole stock of it. That's one person, one stock through a juicer. All right. So you can imagine you go through several of those little packages of celery, and it's worth it. It makes my body feel entirely good. The other thing, and it brings back a lot of your skin's elasticity. So, you know, if you got wrinkles and stuff like that, lots of people have been testifying how it's, unless you got it really super bad, but for the most part, people who are starting to see a little bit of crow's feet, you know, you start drinking this, it will reverse the wrinkles right out. Plus, people who are starting, I don't want to say those people got gray hair already, but starting to get gray hair, it has a way of replenishing the hair color back. So it's awesome. I want to recommend it to you. Just give it a try. What do you have to lose unless you're allergic to celery? Now, this guy here, this is his show. It's called Inspiration Nation. When you come over to it, he's got a lot of good videos on here, all kinds of different videos from different experts, and you can learn a ton from these videos. I will leave a link to his YouTube channel, and then encourage you to come here and check out some of these, and then let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment about it. Now, the guy that's talking about the celery drink is Anthony Williams. He has his own YouTube channel, and I will leave a link for that as well. But man, he has a ton of simple to do things that will really make a difference in your life. These people are talking about healing people from tons of different sicknesses. Stop taking the damn pharmaceutical goods. You know what I mean? Stop taking the supplements. Come in here, pay attention to what these people are teaching you, okay? That's what I want to encourage you to do. I'm going to play the beginning of this one because this is a pretty long interview coming from Inspiration Nation, because I want to touch a point on this. Just listen to what he says.
Go outdoors, take your shoes off, stand barefoot on the earth, or sit on the earth, put your feet and your hands on the earth, and you will instantly notice the pain and inflammation begin to drain from your body. I got my life back is probably the most common refrain that I hear. Thank you, I got my life back. I got my life back.
So, Nikola Tesla, I read in his article that he has all these weird habits, but he was being interviewed by somebody, and he said something interesting. He said the problems with humans is you guys created shoes with thick soles on them. And I thought, well, that's an interesting saying. He did come back to explain why. He said, you're not meant to wear shoes. If you were, you would have been born with them. You see, the problem with people is you're not grounded to the earth. You and the earth are connected. He says, if you take your shoes off, like this gentleman just said, and you go walk barefooted in grass, only if you do it for 15 minutes a day, it would overwhelmingly reduce the stress and tension in your body. So I would tell you, I used to do this every day at lunch, and I did it for like 2 years. It got addicting. The grass where we worked at was this really thick, soft grass. You know, I would go out there in the afternoon, take my shoes and socks off, walk on the grass, and then take my toes, spread them out, pull them in, spread them out, pull them in, and just try to grab the grass. Then Nikola Tesla said, don't just walk on grass, you should walk on the earth. You and the earth are connected. It will ground you. It's important for you to understand that. So I used to do that as well. Okay, so it does have this way of relieving a lot of stress and tension in your body. If you could do it for like 10 minutes a day, if you got grass, watch, just go out and try it for a little bit. Especially like in the morning, first thing in the morning, you should combine that with sun gazing, and I will explain that here in a minute. Okay, so if you're out there and you're just standing there barefooted in your nice cold grass, you know, when it's cool first thing in the morning before it gets hot, and you're stepping on it, you're just pushing your toes out, squeezing them, you would be amazed on how much tension and stress is gone from the body. Of course, this full story here is from Inspire Nation. Again, like I said, I will leave a link to it. Here's another one that I think is very, very interesting. Check it out. I'll only play the first few bits.
If you go out in the sun and you haven't eaten chlorophyll, what happens is you will see more rapid aging and you will not produce additional energy. But if you have chlorophyll and you're exposed to the sun, you get both of those benefits. It prolongs your life and it helps you to produce more energy.
That's in the celery that you're drinking, all right? It helps. So if you're going to be out in the sun and you want to reduce wrinkling, you got to make sure to have your celery. I just wanted to play that because, again, it's in Inspire Nation. Now, over here, I came across this guy a long time ago. He talked about sun gazing, the benefits from it. He hasn't eaten in 12 years. Yeah. This guy will drink buttermilk and he drinks water every now and then. And I thought scientists have been baffled by this guy. He says everything you need is provided by the sun. The water is necessary. Think of yourself like a plant. Plants are alive just like you. And I thought, this guy's crazy, man. So what he was teaching people to do was sun gazing. And no, you don't go out there in the middle of the day, stare at the sun, because it'll ruin your eyes. Get up early enough in the morning or get out there as the sun is sinking. And it gets to this part on the horizon where it starts to lose that brightness. And then there's still that reddish look there, you know, where you could tolerate staring at it. So if you stare at it every day, just increase the amount of time you stare, little by little. You don't want to do too much at one time because you will have a sunspot in your eyes. I encourage you to go read on how to do it or come to YouTube to learn how to do it, because people have done it wrong and their eyes were affected for a little while. So you got to make sure that you're doing these things right. Now, what this does is the sun has vitamin D. Of course, you know, there's these rays, and we're learning there's like these plasma rays or these types of rays that are unseen by the human eyes, but they float through the sky, like gamma rays, okay? So what happens is when you stare at the sun, it goes into the body, energizes it and cleans it and does wonderful things for the human body. It gives it the type of food the human body needs. Not hamburgers, not steak, with the real vitamins, the real omegas and stuff like that the human body needs. So I've done that before, and I actually got myself up to where I could stare at the sun for about 3 to 4 minutes. They teach you to do about 30 seconds. Just time yourself and do about 30 seconds for 3 days and increase it. So if you have the grass and you go out there and before you start in the morning, or if it's best probably at the end of the day, if you could look out over to where the horizon is as the sun's going down, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll start to learn when the sun is down enough where you can tolerate staring at it. Make sure you blink frequently enough, because you don't want to be just staring at it. And all of a sudden you go in your house, you got this dang light, orange light in the middle of your eyeball that you can't get rid of for a while. So blink, all right? Stare at the sun. It doesn't have to be nonstop. You do want to kind of do it continuously. So take your bare feet, go into your grass as the sun's going down at the end of the day. Trust me, the end of the day will work really good. But everything that you just went through, take about 10 minutes, go out there. Or when you're first starting, a couple minutes, just stand there, stare at the sun, and just take your feet and just let it grab the grass. The combination of the two is phenomenal. I learned to put them together, and it was a huge tension and stress killer. I loved it. It was great. All right, you guys, so there are things out there that we can learn. We have all the information right there available to us before they start removing this stuff and keeping us from learning these types of things. I recommend you go out and just at least give some of these a thought, give them a try, leave a comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you tried them for a little while. The celery one, definitely I love a lot, okay? So again, I will leave a links for you guys to come and check these out. Again, these are things I talked to you about. I will try myself first, or I would have already tried it, excuse me. And before I tell you about it, because you know this, I don't want to be talking about something that I've not done or have not experienced myself. But the celery thing definitely is a hit. So like we talked about, when it comes to NESARA, GESARA, releasing the medicine, releasing the knowledge, releasing the technology, a lot of it's already there. You just aren't aware of it, all right? So I hope this helps you out. Please let me know. I surely do appreciate it. Well, just real quick, I know I was at the end, but I want to share what this sun gazing is so you can see what people do. See, look at these people. They do it every day, and they're barefooted. See, blinking. It's there. Just like a flower. Just like, see out on the horizon? It's not yellow. It's kind of an orangish color. See it? So your eyes can tolerate it. Well, she's a champ. Look at her. She ain't even blinking. So you see how they did it? You see? And I told you, go barefooted. That's what I did. So you just do it. It's a certain time of the day. You'll know what I'm talking about when you're out there. You know what I mean? You ever drive down the road and you're on a road trip and the sun starts going down and you go over and you look and you go, oh, look how orange the sun is. And you catch yourself staring at it for quite a while. It's not hurting your eyes. That's what I'm talking about anyways. So it's just a suggestion. Make sure you learn how to do it properly and make sure you're protected. Okay, there you go. That's it. If you like to hit it, hit a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, please do so. because we do help us out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. Talk to you later. Bye.